This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Thunderbolts Asterisk. And due to the fact that I'm not going to be giving up that joke for the entire thing, and the fact that we know what the asterisk means, I am going to go straight into spoilers, and this is your last chance to go and click away and watch the movie. But yeah, it's time to talk about the movie that is actually titled The New Avengers. It is more or less called Thunderbolts Asterisk for a marketing stunt, just to get people interested in what the title of the movie actually is. And I do wonder if, when the movie does release on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, if they're going to keep the title of Thunderbolts Asterisk, or if they're going to officially call it the New Avengers. Because honestly, it'd work either way. I think that keeping the original title would still be good and interesting. I also think it could be fun to have like a special edition where, or maybe even every edition, but it'd probably just be a special, like, limited edition thing where you have a cover that has two sides. One of them says the New Avengers, and the other one says Thunderbolts Asterisk. So it is. It's definitely interesting with the title and the post-credit scene where they go and set up that there are now two groups of Avengers. And I don't know, maybe this is setting up like a Civil War II storyline where we have a fight between the new Avengers and the classic Avengers, or more accurately, what would be called the new Avengers, since, well, they have to use the Z, since if they get the Avengers name copyrighted, well, the new Avengers can't use it. But yeah, honestly, going to this movie, it is honestly just a lot of fun, but also knows exactly when to be serious and when not to be. I think that the Void was a genuinely just great antagonist. I think that he was genuinely terrifying. Just the look of him being just kind of a shadow with two white dots in his eyes, and you could sometimes see his mouth was. It was just an incredible look. I think the actor did such a great job going and playing these, well, really two different roles. I'm not really sure if the Sentry is supposed to be a kind of third personality, or if it's just him going and using his powers, because at the end they say, Regarding says you should go and become the Sentry. He's like, oh no, if I do, I risk becoming, the other guy, the Void. So I'm not sure if it's kind of a like a Moon Knight scenario where he kind of has three personalities, or if it's just two and one of them is just and just him using his powers risks him giving into the power and becoming the Void. And it's just really interesting because this is the first genuinely, like, extremely powerful character that has been introduced to the MCU. With him saying, this is more powerful than all the Avengers, I can genuinely believe that, because Thor is probably the most powerful one out of all of them, and so he was pretty easily defeated by Thanos. I think this is the first character, besides like cosmic entities like the Watcher, that genuinely could have actually defeated Thanos in a fight, and definitely way more powerful than, I'd say, even someone like Thor or even Captain Marvel, even though I don't think she is the most powerful character. But yeah, as I said, it is just such a great performance. As I said, the Sentry is, I mean, he is genuinely really well done. I think he looked awesome in his suit just for the little bit he was in it. When he goes and fights the new Avengers, and ultimately just, it's just that it just looks incredible when he becomes his villainous identity, because is that he looks just absolutely terrifying. It's just so interesting how the colors are just completely inverted. And I think that is it's just so great. And when I mean inverted, I mean like just he's like basically a completely black void and well that's the point, but it just looks incredible and is I said it just looks terrifying. I really like the dynamic of everyone. One complaint I do have is well Taskmaster is basically like a completely pointless character. She wasn't the best in Black Widow and she just dies here, so really no real point to her, and it really is kind of just a disservice to the character. But yeah, honestly, as I said, I'm just looking at this. It was just super entertaining. I think that it was it was just super crazy to go and see. I think really all the characters were exciting in this, and while Yelena is supposed to be like the main character and emotional heart, I really did enjoy her. I loved her relationship with Red Guardian in this, how they developed it more, and her having all this insane guilt, but really everyone having it, everyone just being a bad person that does need redemption, and they do get it. Bucky is the only, truly good person in here because all the bad things he did was under brainwashing, and now he is able to go and fully do the right thing because he has a will of his own. I do wish there was probably a few scenes of them going and fighting through their personal demons to go and get to the final battle. I do like how, well, as it was shown as they're kind of trapped in a memory, and the memory is sort of set up like a studio and a sound stage, and there is, no really way out besides breaking through the walls literally to get to the next memory, and I think it was just a really interesting way to do it, and it looked really cool. And just going through so much more of the stuff, as I said, super crazy and interesting stuff going on. I think that honestly it was, I said it was just super interesting. I think that just all the different team ups were really great. I think that the fight in the bunker was awesome. Them escaping and then Bucky capturing them and them eventually having to team up. The best part in terms of fights was the fight against the Sentry. And then on the other hand, I think another of the great parts was them going and trying to talk him down. And I think this is done even better than the Captain America movie. The Captain America movie, yeah, it was really outnumbered, and there wasn't really an emotional connection between the two. But yeah, there was the only one there. And again, this is someone who's basically on the same level as Superman. So there just really is no way for them to even have a chance to beat him. The Sentry is he was just far too powerful. I sort of made a joke earlier saying that basically this is like a Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League, where you have a team of like kind of like former villains where they have to go up against a Superman level powered character and they have to find a way to defeat him. And well, this is handled a lot better than that. And it was just super interesting. I think that the story was it was just very well done. I just thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie. All the characters interacted just super well. I think that just as it continued to go on, you just get more and more invested in these characters, and really it was, as I said, it was just genuinely incredible to go and watch this. It is a great movie, and definitely deserves all these great reviews it's been getting. And yeah, honestly, as I said, I think that really, really enjoyable movie. Easily a great one to end the phase on, and it's setting some interesting stuff up in the future. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I do wonder if this post-credit scene is going and spoiling the Fantastic Four movie, because based on that, I feel like there's a good chance that they fail to defeat Galactus, and that's what sends them to the MCU. But who really knows? It could just be a scene from Doomsday, like in other movies. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to go and see this because there's just so much crazy stuff is happening in this. When you're watching it again tomorrow, or not really tomorrow, today, because I'm recording this the night before. I would have mentioned that in my video that's coming out next because that was originally intended to come out first, and I wasn't gonna be watching this movie until today. But then plans did change, and I did get to see it yesterday from your perspective, and I'm really glad. I'm glad I'm able to see this second time, and I'm also going to be seeing it a third time because there's someone else I do have plans to watch it with. But yeah, honestly, I think this is another great Marvel movie. And while the Captain America movie, it was fine, they've definitely hit a good stride of projects with Daredevil and then this, and then I'm really excited to see what they do with Fantastic Four. And this is a really great movie because really you didn't expect too much from it. In a way, it's sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where yeah, well, these characters at least were established before, but they weren't just super, super popular. Besides the really the character of Bucky, and I think it would be just really great to go and see more of him and the rest of them. And since they're all in Doomsday, it's gonna be interesting to see them. The worst thing about the Doomsday cast announcement is that they went and spoiled this movie, saying that well, what really the only character we knew that wasn't safe was Taskmaster, and well, she died in the first like 15 minutes, so we knew that everyone else is basically going to be guaranteed to be safe because they're going to be in the next movie. So they really should have waited for that Doomsday cast announcement until really probably like next week at the earliest. Although I'd say maybe the week after, just in case, so you give people enough time to go and watch it. But yeah, honestly, besides there's no little complaints. Really, really great movie overall. Had such a great time watching it, and I'm really excited to see it again. I want to know what you think. Please leave me in the comments, and see you next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.